All right, we're talking to George Cotton from The Truth Sports. Go check out the website, thetruthsports.com. DATRUTH sports.com. Fabulous website, interactive when it comes to boxing. You know I have a problem with some of Floyd's issues
of the
ring. And
I know.
We've talked about that.
I listen to your show, man.
I know, but I love Floyd as a fighter. I fly an American flag on this show.
Yeah,
I root for American
know.
fighters over fighters from around the world. I don't mind Floyd's trash talking. I just have some issues with what happens with him from time to time. I had a big problem with his dad in the fight, and I didn't know if it was played up for TV.
No. That I can speak on.
Okay,
I was standing right there. I didn't think it was going to air on TV. I remember when it happened. It was just competitiveness. You know, he's just like his dad, and you know. It started over training. They were arguing over who can train the best between the uncle, Roger, and the father. And basically, it just got out of hand.
It's
but,
a lifetime's worth of baggage they argue over, isn't it?
Well, I mean, as far as lifetime work, I guess you can make that argument. Yeah. You know, things did occur in Junior's life on the way to where he is now. But all, not just, even Jeff Mayweather, his other uncle, all of them had a part in making him to where he is now. But going back to what you were saying, we all have, I'll get on national TV right now, national radio right now and say, and my dad, if he listens, we've had arguments similar like that. You know, the man, as a man though. Right. You know, like, hold on, I'm a man, you're a man, and whoa. That's really, I think, really more of what it was than anything.
Well, look, I know what Floyd dealt with growing up as a kid with his uncle and his father and the problems that he had. And I respect the fact that he's achieved greatness along the way with what he had to fight through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have a lot of respect for that. Before we get out to the phones, as you know, and we've talked about this on and off the record, I believe if he doesn't fight Pacquiao or if he avoids Pacquiao, I believe that's a major asterisk next to his name. I still think he can. Because he has to fight the greatest fighter. Ali and Frazier, at one point Frazier hated Ali and Foreman hated Ali, but they all found a way through promoters who were very aggressive and hated each other. The promoters didn't even want to split the money, and they all found themselves in the ring, and they all found themselves not fighting once, but twice, and having trilogy fights. And both of these fighters, Pacquiao and Mayweather, are getting older by the second.
Absolutely.
Floyd's in brilliant shape. So I want to see Floyd want that fight desperately. I want to see him as a man call out Pacquiao and say,
well, he did.
I know that. But to really, George, be sincere about it and go, I'm getting out of jail on this date. I promise I'm ready to fight, and let's get this fight on.
Well, on the flip side, JT, why can't Pacquiao do the same thing Marquez did? He don't even barely speak English. Ricky Hatton, right after the fight, he called Pacquiao out. I mean, go down the list of guys who called him out. They usually get him. Why don't he not use Bob Arum to be?
Well, how do you not use Bob Arum?
No, I'm talking about. He don't need him to. He's a grown man. If he wanted to fight, hey, I want to fight. I don't care about what Bob Arum say. Get me this fight, because let's be the guy who's fighting Mayweather in a couple days. Guess who his promoter used to be?
Sure.
Exactly.
But there's one big difference, and we're talking to George Cotton from thetruthsports.com. There's one big problem here.
Yeah.
I think Pacquiao, who is basically running a village within a country and trying to help people with their lives as a congressman, has a little bit more on his plate than Floyd betting $500,000 on a basketball game. And I know Floyd gives back a lot. We've seen it on 24/7. His charity work, especially in this town, is immeasurable. But people are saying, Manny is sincere about what he's trying to do to change lives overseas. Is Floyd as focused on boxing, or is he focused on gambling? Is he focused on going to 9 Steakhouse with 50 Cent? We know that Pacquiao is completely focused on boxing and his political career. So I just want to see Floyd get in the ring and put this drug testing issue behind him, because I think Pacquiao deserves more respect.
Well, I agree with you there. I mean, as far as Pacquiao, great fighter. One of the greatest fighters ever, I think. Floyd may, disagree there, but hey, that's what I think. But the bottom line is, you got to ask yourself, okay, who needs who more? All right, one guy's making 3 to 2 times more than the other guy, and the guy's like, hey, I'll fight you now, and what's the holdup? At the bottom line, if it really was over the test, you can stick a needle anywhere on my body.
Sure.
Anywhere. Anywhere.
He
Pick
doesn't
a spot. For $40 million.
I agree with you more than that when me and Looney have butted heads in the past on needles and drug testing and all that. I agree with you. If we're going to do the Olympic-style drug testing, Pacquiao should be drug tested 5 days up to the fight, 15
There's
days
a
up to the
commission
fight.
for that. This is all nonsense. There's a commission.
I agree.
Floyd's not the commissioner.
I
of
understand.
boxing. He can't decide the drug
I
test.
understand.
But and we're talking with George Cotton from thetruthsports.com.
Yeah,
George, one quick note here, because I'm a people lover. I like everybody.
I know you do, man.
Right, and I know there's something about me doesn't like Floyd. And I always like the bad guys in sports too. So, but you know him personally. Maybe I'm buying into the bad guy on TV, and so good for him. You know him personally, though. Is he a nice guy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like going back to my story, how I got started.
Would I like him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Especially you.
Okay.
You probably like him more than he would. You would. Because I know you. But absolutely. I mean, a real giving guy. I mean, you can't go by. He's selling a fight, guys.
Okay.
And then one guy doesn't say anything. The other guy is. The other guy is this sign right here.
I know.
That's what you're getting out of him as far as selling a fight. So somebody got to do it.
Right.
You know, somebody has to feel up. That's why we're here.